Hip hop dance is a style of movement characterized by bounces and rocks, executed to hip hop music. Did you know that hip hop dance can be traced back to the late 1960s? Well, according to Steezy.co, hip hop itself was created in Bronx, New York by 18-year-old Clive Campbell. Thanks to Clive Campbell, better known as DJ Kool Herc, I can stand here before you and elaborate on the cycle of working as a hip-hop dance choreographer. In my experience, the cycle of working as a hip-hop choreographer can be summarized into three categories: training, working, and teaching. First, let's start with training. Many would suggest that training is the most important part of being a dancer. In this stage, you will be learning things such as technique, critical thinking, and dance etiquette. Technique would refer to your form and posture when executing movement. This would be where your trainer notices your weaknesses, strengths, and the same place they would improve them. Repetition of the different techniques and concepts will help to build muscle memory, which leads me to my next thought: critical thinking. Here, muscle memory can be used when making up choreo or trying to remember specific movements. The body remembers where it once has been physically and wants to return to the position practiced consecutively. This portion of training would be highly appreciated if ever put on the spot to make a routine or freestyle. Speaking of freestyle, you should never stand still when the music comes on. This can be categorized as dance etiquette. Just as sitting at the dinner table or following your occupation guidelines has its specific rules, so does hip hop dance. You will come to learn that all black is the proper attire for rehearsals and auditions. You should respect your teacher and value their time, and gum is absolutely not tolerated. Next, we must put on our big girl and big boy pants, because now it's time for work. A profession as a hip hop dancer isn't your normal 9 to 5. So there are a few things you would need to be aware of to make an income from this craft. You would need to be aware of how to audition, how to get booked, and last but not least, how to network. Auditioning would likely be the next level of training. This would be where you are challenged on your teachings and expectation has to be met in order to qualify for a specific role or position. You will be sure to have on the proper attire and to follow all directions attentively due to your judges being very precise. If your performance is well, this will lead to becoming booked. According to Ryan P. Casey of Dance Magazine, book is to reserve an upcoming gig or job. These moments are electrifying for a hip hop choreographer. Bookings can not only be accomplished through auditioning, but also by creating your own or finding gigs yourself. This is how networking comes to effect. Have you ever heard of the saying, it's not always about what you know, but about who you know? Well, this plays a huge role in bookings and auditions. The choreographer builds their reputation through training, auditions, and bookings. This would increase your chances of opportunities with past experiences and make you an initial contact. As a hip-hop choreographer, opportunities are indiscriminate and come as presented. Therefore, a socially open spirit is advised. Lastly, we have teaching. When it comes to teaching, a hip-hop dance choreographer will have to consider your audience, difficulty, and method. This will be a portion of work where all the experience and knowledge you have gained will be passed to other dancers. Knowing your audience will help determine your music. According to your audience, your music can vary from soft to hard, fast, slow, clean, or unedited. This will also determine what you're teaching. You wouldn't want to teach men a girl dance or a 4-year-old a movement they can't execute. Difficulty will be how challenging your movements are. As a teacher, you should know or learn the skill level of your students. Your task will be to train your students to the next level as a dancer. This is a great explanation of why method is important. Method refers to your style of teaching. With a beginner class, you will know to teach every detail, compared to an advanced class where leaving out the details or exact explanation is more accepted. In my opinion, being a hip-hop choreographer can be a fun yet strenuous job. Every category of the cycle will be equally pertinent to your success as a hip-hop choreographer. In fact, the cycle supports itself and can't be sufficiently accomplished if either category is missing or needed. This cycle can be continuously repeated to create a life as a hip-hop dance choreographer. We learn in training, put forth the knowledge while working, and reset the cycle by teaching. In closing, this is the cycle of being a hip-hop choreographer.